Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22, and we are back in lovely Butschern. But as you can see, we have advanced to March. And actually, let's set that timer to 1 instead of halftime. So there was nothing else going on in February. We had done our selling. We had pretty much nothing else going on in February. So I went ahead and advanced this to March. So we're starting a new month and was just looking here in the barn, and there's a lot of snow in the barn. How did this layer of snow get in the barn? Gonna have to check for leaks, I guess. Anyways, what are we gonna do today? Well, first thing we need to do, as always, is just take a quick peek at our animals to make sure that they're okay and happy. Cows are looking good. Chickens are looking good. Boy, chickens are going to look good for 3 years if we don't buy any more. But the cows TMR, yeah, doing all right. Still producing some milk for us on the daily. Giving us some slurry. And we actually could use that slurry up for fertilizer. And maybe we'll do that at some point. But speaking of fertilizer, I noticed there are some new contracts for us to take a peek at here. We've got 3 fertilizing contracts, and we've got a weeding contract. Now, I'm looking out here, and the fields are looking a little frosty still. But I guess the game's going to let us go about our business of fertilizing, so I think we should do it. And instead of borrowing the equipment for it, I think we might as well, you know what? We might as well use our own. It's going to take a little bit longer because it looks to me like, yeah, we get a pretty decent sized spreader. Oh, and this one actually wants us to use some slurry in there too. Very interesting. All right, let's go check. Let's go check out our spreader and our stash. I don't know if we left our sloped bins, if we left any fertilizer in them or not. I can't remember. I can't remember. Let's take a look here. Oh, there's a good layer of snow inside the shed as well. Well, if I'm looking at this correctly, I think they're all empty. Pretty sure everything's empty. And I'm pretty sure we are going to need quite a bit of fertilizer to get the job done. So let's wing around here. Yep, they are indeed empty. Hope everybody's having a good week. We're halfway there. It's Wednesday. Whew, deep breath. And we'll probably make it through the rest of the week. Looking forward to the weekend. Can't believe how the snow is sticking around. All right, let's creep up to this thing here. Oh, too far. Back it up, Red. All right, let's open up the cover on our buddy here. Oh, pull forward a little bit, Brad. There you go. There you go. We don't want wheat. Actually, if I go this way, is that the right way to go, maybe? Mineral feed, road salt, stones, pig food, lime, seeds, corn. Did I pass it? Let me think. Oh, yeah, duh. First one, solid fertilizer. Oh, ha! How did that work? Okay. I guess we wanted that bin filled anyways, but kind of weird how it did that. Let's fill up our second one. Some more solid fertilizer. There we go. And let's head on over to our first field that we are going to contract out. Earn a few extra dollars on this thing. I didn't even pay attention to how much. I didn't even pay attention to how much we just spent. Oh, well, that's convenient. That's very convenient. Oh, come on, brakes. Man, this thing does not want to stop. Apparently, apparently, Heidi or Joel, which field is this? This is field one of the two, has come along with a blow dryer. Let's see, field 4. Let's check this out. Field 4. Apparently Heidi has come along with a blow dryer and has melted all of the snow off the field for us so we can do our fertilizing. And if I'm not mistaken, that's field 7 over there. That's also been pre-melted. It is indeed. Well, that's handy. Okay, well, let's do this then. We're going to accept this contract. We're going to accept this contract. And I'm thinking field 11, we might as well accept all 3 of these fertilizing contracts and make some money. So what are we looking at? Close to 7, 5 is about 12 plus 3, about 15 grand. Yeah, I'll do that for sure. Okay, so we've got our contracts there, and can I just unhook you? Thank you very much. And we are going to, oh, I don't have GPS loaded on this tractor, so we're just gonna have to go for it, I guess. Try and stay somewhat straight. And I know we go through quite a bit of fertilizer, so we might be making a few trips back and forth to the farm. This looks like a field of potatoes. We should probably have some narrow row crop tires on for this thing, shouldn't we? If we were being a little more accurate, that's probably what we should have on the tractor, right? Or some row crop tires? I think that's what you use for potatoes. Actually, that did not use that much fertilizer. I may have overdone it on the fertilizer, buying the fertilizer. That's okay. We'll end up using it. Kind of hard to see anything of what's going on inside the cab, but I think we'll scooch on over this way so we can get a little bit better coverage on this side here. So I've been considering, I'm not sure if I want to yet, but I've been giving it some thought and getting an external, what would you call those? An external recording box, like device type thing. Something that goes between, kind of goes between your PC, run your monitor through it. It records, hardware recorder, like an EVGA. I'm looking at the EVGA XR1 Pro, and been giving that some thought. I've noticed that even with shadow play, it does seem to add some CPU lag a bit, and a little bit more stuttering from when recording than I get when I'm not recording. And I know that external hardware recording devices can kind of take care of that, so I've been thinking about that. And they're not super expensive, at least not for the one I'm looking at. And it's got decent reviews, I guess. I did pick up... so, I have never bothered to buy one of these monitor arms, I guess you would call them. They attach to your desk, you know, and you screw them into the VESA mounts on the back of your monitor. It replaces your monitor stand, and it gives you a lot more flexibility with adjusting your monitor height and swivel and tilt and all that fun stuff. And to be honest, I've never really given them much thought. Not necessarily because I didn't think they would be nice to have. It's just it was an extra expense after buying a monitor, and I would and I would kind of look at it and be like, well, I just spent hundreds of dollars on a monitor. I don't, and it comes with a stand. Let's check this contract out real quick. We might have actually done enough to call it. No, it's still active, so 93%. All right. So yeah, I've always just thought, I'm just going to use what's provided. And for the most part, that's been okay. It hasn't been necessarily a bad thing. It's just been one of those things where you live with what the monitor stand provides. Well, I recently picked up a new gaming monitor because my old monitor was a 1080p. It was a 144 refresh rate, which was nice, but it was 1080p and kind of underperformed with my graphics card, which is able to push, considerably more than that now. There we go. Completed. Oh, actually, another fertilizing contract has been added. Interesting. All right, so we can cash in on this. We can go ahead and do that because we own the equipment we're using. So the long short of it is, I decided this time to try one out, to try a monitor arm out, because they're not that expensive. And I was looking at reviews on a few of them, and I ended up picking up went to Amazon, picked up this $30 arm. Not really expecting, if I'm being honest, not really expecting much. Kind of thinking, I may not end up liking it very much and may just end up returning it. But I'll give it a shot. It's $30, not too bad. Well, I can honestly say I wish I would have done it a long time ago. A long time ago. I wish I would, and maybe I say that now, maybe they've come down a lot in price, because I could swear a few years ago I looked into them, and maybe I was just looking into expensive ones or whatever, but I thought for sure minimal. I thought you were looking at least $100 investment, and that just didn't make a lot of sense to me to spend $100 on a single monitor arm. But so this thing's $30. It came with both a C-clamp for connecting the arm. I need to scooch over to the left a little bit here. Apparently there we go. It comes with a C-clamp to mount to the edge of your desk, and then it also, though, comes with a, I guess, what do they call those? If you have a hole drilled into your desk, or you can drill a hole into your desk, and, a grommet. I guess they call it a grommet connection. And I'll tell you, I was actually really impressed with the build quality. It's all steel. The only plastic on it is kind of the decorative plastic parts that cover up the steel arm. Actually, the knob, one of the knobs to tighten the knob that's used to tighten the clamp is plastic, but it does feel pretty solid, and it clamps on very, very solid. Really easy to adjust. It's a pneumatic or gas powered. Excuse me. Really, really easy to adjust the arm, and just in almost, well, not quite infinite number of positions, but you certainly can. I can't imagine there's any way that you couldn't adjust it that wouldn't work for you. Um, I would say that you are, if your vision is such that, let me see if we cleared this one off. We did. Knock that one out. Easy peasy. We're going to go ahead and accept field 3, by the way, too. So we're just going to keep knocking these fields out, and it's not using nearly as much fertilizer as I had anticipated. And my gut tells me the fields that we need to do are the ones without snow. Yes, mama didn't raise no stupid boy. But I'll tell you, when I'm looking out around this place and the fields that seem to be without snow are the ones evidently we're working on. So, yeah, I guess I wanted to mention that because I kind of wish somebody would have said something to me a while ago about it and just how nice it is. And my vision is not like it used to be, and it's not as good as it used to be. And I generally find myself, either doing the old stretching the neck out um, to see the screen better, or moving the monitor closer so I can see the screen better. But then when you do that, the monitor stand takes up so much desk space, and I'll tell you, if you know somebody who could use something like that for $30, I would not hesitate. And there's a few of them on Amazon that are in that price range. There's some that are a few dollars less. There's some that are a few dollars more. It looked to me like the majority of them are probably coming out of the same factory in China. There are minor differences from what I could tell. Like, I got the one that has both clamping styles, just because with my desk I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to use the C clamp or not, because it has this metal bar that goes around the bottom of it. But it ended up working out just fine, and I didn't have to drill a hole, which was nice. I was prepared to do that, but it was nice to not have to. And yeah, I highly recommend it. Saves a lot of desk space. You don't realize how much or how nice it is to I'm gonna knock another one out. Another $3,200. Leaves us with field 3, which I am going to assume, because we've done, that's field 3 over there, right? Over to our right, I think. No, field 3 is down in the corner on our left. Oh, it's that one over there. Okay. We might have to run back and get some more fertilizer from our bins. I kind of wish I wouldn't have filled those up now. We'll end up using it for sure. Hey, buddy. A little cold there. So I'm thinking this must be field 3. It is indeed. Got the horses out enjoying the winter day. Oh, we definitely should have some row crop tires for this thing. Holy cow. I'm glad I don't have crop destruction turned on. I feel kind of weird driving around with these wide tires on this thing. Anyways. So yeah, thought I'd mention that, just in case any of you might be thinking about getting one. Do you have one already? If you do, what do you think about it? I I just think for the way, for what you spend on them nowadays, I'll tell you there's two things that, well, there's good cable management because it does provide a way for you to take the cables off the back of your monitor and you can run them inside more or less the arm, so you can actually have your cables hidden, which is also really, really nice. But I'll tell you the one thing that makes me a little nervous about it, if nothing else, is there's no like safety. There's no safety mechanism to it. If one of the gas springs, in particular the one that is connected to the closest to the monitor itself, if that gives up the ghost, or if this swivel point that you just tighten, it's not even gas, it's just you tighten it with a couple of, it's got a, pretty decent sized screw there or bolt. If either one of those give out, your monitor is going to be, flapping in the wind there, and it's gonna fall down and smack your desk or your keyboard, or in my case, my wheel, which certainly can't be good for the monitor, I wouldn't imagine. But that's the only thing that kind of bugs me a little bit is, I mean, it's new, I trust it now, but how long do I trust it for? I don't know. I don't know. I was reading reviews and I was looking at what people were saying about them, and I didn't run across a bunch of comments saying, but be very careful. These things only last a year or two, and then your monitor's gonna, fall down to your desk. From what I understand, when they do start going, it's more of a gradual thing. Like the gas inside the shock mechanism, I guess, lack of a better word, starts to leak over time, and they just start giving up the ghost a little bit. So you're having to adjust them more often. They're not staying in place as well as it did when it was new. And that's when you know that, you're probably going to have to replace it. So, but my understanding is people have had them for 3, 4, 5 years, and they seem to last at least that long. Another contract knocked out. Oh, we did all right. I'll tell you what. March has been good to us so far. Outstanding. Well, let's head on over, I think, to where we left our slope bends. See if I can scooch through here. Is there a fence? Driving through the woods. Oh, scratching the paint off the Massey. That's not good. Oh! Alright, we got her. We got her. Where did I leave? Right over there. Alright. Yeah, we'll pick up our bins, and boy, I tell you, we would have done well to just fill up the fertilizer spreader. Kind of surprised. I was expecting to have to use a lot more fertilizer than that. Can't see. No, Brad, what are you doing? Connect. There you go. All right. And that leaves us with, actually, let's do this. Is it Z? Yeah, Z. Okay. Put the covers on there, so keep that fertilizer in good shape. Head back to the farm here. What's the last contract? Is it just a weeding contract for $845? I don't think we own a weeder, do we? Honestly, I don't think we do. Whoa. I always forget to turn the camera before I go to the external view. We can just park this thing right here. Turn it off. Hop inside the cow barn, say hi to Lois and her friends. Hey, girls. Yeah. Get some. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think we own a weeder. If I remember correctly, owned items. I know with leased items we do not. And owned items, mower, tedder, plow. Doesn't look like it. So we'd either have to lease a weeder or we would have to borrow $443. That's half the amount of the job. I don't think so, Tim. What field is that? Field 9? Maybe. Maybe not. Let's no errors. Let's do new contracts. No new contracts. Oh, I did replace the contract mod because we got some errors last time with it and it kind of blew up on me. So I replaced it with, oh, what is this one called? Is this one Contracts Plus, maybe? I like this, where you can select. Yeah, I kind of like that. Not bad. So can you do baling, cultivating, fertilizing, harvesting, plowing, sowing, spraying, weeding, and other? I don't know what happened to that contract, though. Oh, there it is. Okay. How do you see all contracts? Borrow, new, clear. And you can even do details on this one so that you can look and see estimated time that it's going to take to do the contract, profit per minute. So if you have several, like on a large map, if you had like 20 or 30 contracts available, you could sort them by profitability, by time amount, estimated time amount. Yeah, I like that. But sorry, Sandra, I don't think we're going to be doing your weeding contract. I just don't think it's worth the effort to do that. Let's do one more thing before we call this episode good. We've been waiting to do this for a while now, so we might as well do it today. And we are going to buy Field 8, which is $108,420. It's got excellent yield potential. We don't have enough for that. 120 for Field 5. Oh, it's got even better yield potential. Really? Interesting. Right across the street. I don't know. What do y'all think? I think this might be a better choice. Barley is growing on it, so we'll buy oh, definitely. Right? Because we'll buy this field. Barley is already planted. That other field I was looking at, I think is just full of weeds. Yeah. Nothing at all going on here, just large weeds. Okay, well, I think that's made up our decision for us then. I think we should spend a little bit extra money because that's 108. Spend an extra $12,000 to get Field 5. It's a little bit bigger. It's got better yield potential and it's already got a full crop planted in it. Perfect. Would you like to buy this land for 120, 140? Yes, we would. Oh, sorry. My bad. Awesome. Finally. Oh my goodness. I honestly did not think we would ever get to a point where we were going to be able to expand the farm. That is awesome news. Well, we'll keep an eye here in March. We'll keep an eye open for new contracts that may come along before we flash forward to the next month. I would say it'd be worth keeping an eye open for more contracts. And if not, that's fine. We can check on our new field. I think it's too late. It's like 4 of 6 in the growth stage, so it's probably too late to do much with that field. Maybe throwing some fertilizer on it, but I think it's too late to do that as well. So we'll probably just have to take whatever yield we can get with it. Oh, I know one more thing we can do. We can go in here and we can purchase our soil information. And yes, we want to do that. Thank you. There we go. Don't want to forget to purchase soil information for it. Outstanding. Well, thanks everyone for joining me again here on Butschern. I really do appreciate it. Tomorrow, remember, is Thursday. It will be two things. It'll be Kubota Farm in East Vineland, New Jersey at 11 a.m. Eastern, and then 7 p.m., right, is when I usually do Throwback Thursday, and we're going to be heading back in time to Old Family Farm to continue our Dust Bowl series out on the Old Family Farm. So please feel free to join me on that. I think we're having a lot of fun on Old Family Farm. You all take care of each other. Very important. Take care of yourselves. Very important. God bless, and I will see you all very soon.